Welcome to World of Marketing Podcast, a Foster Web Marketing production. Here's your host, Tom Foster.
Hey everybody, this is Tom Foster from the World of Marketing, here with my good buddy, Ed Littlejohn.
How's it going, Tom?
I was about to call you Big Ed. That's your dad's name now. No. But you are Big Ed to me.
Yeah.
You're a lot bigger in person.
Yeah, that's what I go for. I'm a little bit intimidating, Tom.
That's true. Whoa, that sun is intense. That's okay. Anyway, so Ed Littlejohn, you are in Wintersville, Ohio.
Yeah.
And you are a practicing attorney that pretty much does lots of different things. Pretty much attorney for anybody that knows you.
Yeah. Mostly we do real estate, business, estate planning, both the transactional sides and the litigation sides. We dabble a little bit in personal injury.
Yeah.
Mostly car accidents,
But mostly it's the estate planning and real estate stuff.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been practicing law?
Practicing law since 2011, so almost 8 years, yeah.
And you got a young family?
Yep. Wife and daughter.
Yeah.
2-year-old daughter.
Yeah. And you've just kind of gotten started on this journey, and you're a solo practitioner?
Yep. Just I would say more like solo. I got one associate attorney. We have a couple paralegals, legal assistant, and looking to continue to grow. We were putting together a plan last night where it's like,
that's good.
There's certain things. Jeff, he does all my free telephone consultations. He doesn't like being on the phone anymore, so we need to bring somebody in. So we're just kind of moving all the pawns around so that we can make the dream a reality.
That's awesome. So tell me your journey to becoming a lawyer.
I would say my journey started, long ago in my martial arts training, where I don't know. You see people who do martial arts and you think they have a lot of discipline, and I don't know that I had all the discipline necessary to be. Well, I guess I did, right? Because here I am now.
And you're
but
like a black belt. Like what degree black belt?
Fourth degree black belt.
That's okay.
And so I learned karate. My dad.
So badass.
Yeah. You always
so
say that,
cool,
Tom.
Man. I think it's awesome. Well, you live it, so you're just like, oh, big deal.
Right.
But to the rest of us, it's impressive.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Cole, you're a jarhead like me, but that's impressive, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He dropped an F-bomb off mic, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is cool.
I hear you, Tom. I hear you. But like you said, it
takes discipline.
Takes discipline.
So go ahead.
No, so I'm getting ready to graduate high school, telling everybody I want to be a lawyer. My dad's like, hey, well, I already told you how to do some direct response marketing stuff. You're going to make way more money doing that than ever being a lawyer, because all the lawyers he knew they just weren't living the dream, So I went off to law school and graduated, and then the first thing I did was like, man, he might be right, because it's actually hard getting clients, and maybe if I run a better business, solve all my problems. And that's what led me to Dan Kennedy, and then I read Dan's book, and that led me to Ben Glass, and now here we are.
But didn't your dad introduce you to Dan Kennedy because he bought into Dan Kennedy as a martial arts gym owner?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, and when you were telling that story yesterday, I think you forgot an important part.
Oh, yeah, tell me.
Yeah, we had to fight. So whoever lost had to do the program. No, I'm just joking.
That would have been great.
That would have been
epic. Who's going to write this copy?
Right, and we fight over
well,
it.
Let's sprawl or brawl in the octagon. Did you ever do that with your dad?
Yeah, we have.
That's so cool.
Yeah. That's another. No,
we got to get those videos.
Yeah, There's no video of it, Tom.
Well, we have to reenact it. We have to do it again.
Yeah.
Would you take him on?
Yeah, I take him on. Yeah.
No problem. Wow. Yeah. He's going to see this.
I know, Tom. That's why I said we're going to do this off mic. Off mic.
I can't wait to meet the man.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so that's great because you had the discipline of the martial arts and the training of Dan Kennedy early on in life. Because you were in high school writing this copy.
High school writing the copy. And it's still copied.
For your dad's
For
gym.
him. He still uses it today.
Yeah.
I think my first copy piece was how to create healthy, competent, happy children in 30 days or less.
See, it's perfect.
So I mean, still living. So I'm trying to tweak that for the law firm, but Just a little time, and we got it.
You've been doing it. It's funny because I've been working with Ed for a long time.
Yeah.
And we first started. You didn't tell me about that at first. I didn't know about that, and so it was many months. And I was like, "Dude, how come you're such a good copywriter?
Yeah.
How does it come so naturally?" And that's when you told me that story.
Right. Yeah. It's
So
my
that's
best
great.
kept secret. I mean.
Yeah. Well, not anymore because I just told the whole audience out here at the summit. But so then your dad, after you, or when you were in law school or when you graduated, he was like, "You should check out this guy, Ben Glass."
That's right. Yeah. He said you should find one. And actually, what he told me, he was like, "You should be the niche guy in the legal industry." He said because there's like, Dan, and Dan's always preaching, you need to create a mastermind and do it. And he's like, you should be the lawyer one for. And I was like, Dad, I don't have time to do all of that, and you can't do it. I just told him all the reasons we couldn't do it because there's like bar rules and all of this stuff. And then like I said, I found Ben through Dan, and it's like, wow, he can do it. Well, if he can do it, I can do it. I mean, jeez. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, Ben started the same way. I mean, like he when we first met back in 03, I think 03, 04.
Yeah.
He was the same way. I mean, he's just he didn't have well, I wouldn't say he was the same way. You have other things going on. You're kind of in a smaller town.
Right.
He's in a big town here. And he started that whole networking thing. But really, it was based on what I was saying, like he's always been a leader in his soccer programs, like you've been in your martial arts programs.
Yeah, and it's always been a good, kind of referral source and networking opportunity because still to this day I go out and I teach classes, and so sometimes people have questions. I try to put them in our funnel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
he had the
definitely
same things. I remember him getting so anxious because he wasn't getting time away to write.
Right.
And so he actually created, one of the reasons why he started doing these satellite offices is so he could get away and get away from everybody. He's got 9 kids too, so
Right.
just to get away. So but then, and he struggled with that for a long time, just making the time.
Yeah.
But then, once he got, it's like all of us said, once you get good help in,
Yeah. Things start to
you
click.
just need to start replacing yourself.
Yeah, and I can say that's what we're working on now,
Yeah.
replacing me. I remember we had a team meeting probably over the summer, and we put down a list of all the things that I don't want to do, and it said, don't go to court,
Right.
don't write the brief, don't write. They're like, that's
There's a
all
lot of lawyers that want to do them.
But they were like, my team was like, that's all the legal stuff. What are you going to do? I'm like,
Your
I'm going to run
marketing.
the business. I'm
Yeah.
going to make sure that the ship takes off.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And
So
I
you want
appreciate.
to run the business.
Yeah, that's-
better, and the marketing is what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
But there's certain processes and procedures that you do in your law firm that you need to make sure that your people
Right.
continue to do so
Yeah.
that it maintains a great reputation, right?
Yeah, and that's
'Cause
what
it's your brand.
It's my brand, and that's one of the things we're going to go back and fix because it's like our operations just suck right now. If I don't pull the trigger, nobody goes to battle, So, but it's
Well, that's-
exciting.
Yeah.
That's what I can say. It's definitely exciting.
It's good, as Jocko Willing says, good. Because do you know Jocko is?
I don't
You're
know
gonna have to
Jocko.
check out Jocko.
Jocko.
He's another badass. And Dave will talk about Jocko at Business Black Ops. So
Look forward
that'll
to
be
it.
a conversation we'll be having. Anyway, that's his response. Good to any kind of news, good or bad, because even when you're confronted with this horrible dilemma, it usually presents a solution that ends up being good.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'm going to try that with my wife. I don't know that it'll go over too well, but at the office, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
you could try it. I've tried it. Sometimes it works. Good. You want me to take the trash out? No. Good. See how that goes.
You guys gonna be hiring at Foster? I'll be moving out of here.
We definitely hire you. You're a great copywriter and campaign, and you think about all the things, and you're thinking about all the pieces and parts, and you're making it work, and you're putting on the seminars, and you're doing a little bit of all of it.
Right.
And now you just need to kind of tighten it up, and you're right. You need to get in somebody to help you so you can get out of the way.
Yeah, because as you know, there's all these moving parts, and I don't want to get bogged down, and I want to keep the steam going. You know what I mean? This has been our best year ever, working with you, working with Ben. All the pieces are like coming together, but I think it was all based on that solid foundation. We're getting leads. I mean, it's been a great year.
So talk about some of the specifics, like some of the campaigns that you've been doing that have generated a lot of the business for you.
The best campaign that we've done is like a neighborhood campaign. I wrote this letter, 3-step sales letter, to a couple different neighborhoods and said, you know what? I've been here for 8 years. I've never taken the time to say hi. I'm a bad neighbor. Why don't you stop by and get some of our free estate planning resources? And so that triggered some people called. The second letter invited them to our estate planning seminar, where some of them came, some of them bought. Some of them, they didn't buy, but they got put on the mailing list.
They bought? What did they buy?
They bought our estate planning services.
They did?
Yeah. So that was exciting for me. Because,
no kidding.
Yeah. Because
so based on 2 emails, people bought.
Not emails, letters.
Oh, letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, direct mail.
Yeah, direct mail. Old school.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hard in the mail
I hope
letter.
everybody heard that. That was, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but no, that's what it was. It was an old school direct mail, we did one on like 7 days later, then 14 days later. One invited them to the seminar, one invited them to the resources, and so they bought, which was exciting for me.
Where did the list come from?
We just made it in-house. We basically took a piece of paper out and said, well, this is the closest neighborhood. I've never said hi to them. Here's what happened, Tom. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm driving into the office, and I see this woman driving a minivan, and I'm like, who is that? I don't know her. And I'm like, that's a shame that I don't know her. She lives within walking distance from the office. We should do something. So I just started with the neighborhood behind our office. Then we shot to the neighborhood across the street. In our county, you can get the auditor's value of the homes. So we kind of manually took the list, figured out who met our criteria in terms of the value of their home. We made sure that they already didn't have a trust or it wasn't owned by an LLC and it was in the individual's name. And we said, hey, let's just give it a shot because what do we have to lose? But I just didn't know this lady. That's what triggered all of it. Saw this lady, didn't know her. That's it.
That's brilliant.
That was it.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So you got to keep doing it.
Right. Yeah, and so the big thing that we had, so we did it. We did it in February. Then we did another one in April. Then we did one in May. And work was coming in. All the stuff you were doing, work was coming in. And in June, didn't send one campaign out. July, no campaigns. August, no campaigns. And so as you imagine, everything started to slow up. But we got a plan to get the campaigns.
Keep feeding the beast.
Right.
So what's next?
That's a great question. That is a great question.
Well, I'm sure that you've got a lot of ideas.
Yeah. There's so many things that, for me, coming to this seminar has just kind of opened my eyes at how we're doing a lot of things wrong. I was doing a mastermind, and I'm trying to get people to come in and pay me for, some sort of consultation. But what I really should do, like Ben, he said, look, do a mastermind. They need to be interesting. They need to bring a problem, and they need to bring some resource. And then just fill the room, because like my dad always said, givers gain. Let's give, let's share the wealth, let's share the knowledge, and you'll be rewarded. He always says, if you help enough people, and I think he stole this from somebody, but he said, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll be able to get what you want out of life. So
that's true. Well, rising tide floats all boats. And it's very true. And so you help others. It's karma.
That's right.
And you pay it forward and all that. That's education-based marketing.
Yeah.
Information-based marketing is totally, that's the foundation of that, is giving people the information that they're looking for.
Right.
For free.
Right.
And really, it's fine. Here you go. Here's how you do an estate plan, or here's how you work out your real estate dilemma.
Right.
And it's, 86,000 things that they don't want to do that you just happen to be able to do very well because that's your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And all you do is point it out to them.
Right. And then like Ben was saying the other day, it's really back to the principles. And I think that's what you've kind of hit home with me. Look, I'm putting campaigns on the website, but I'm not writing a good headline, right? You have to write a good headline, good subject line. It's back to the basics.
Yeah, those are just 100%. Ed. I mean, those things are all good.
Yeah,
they're tactics though, but without a solid foundation. What is the CEO and we're going to talk more about this a lot in a couple weeks in Arizona.
Yeah.
At Dave Freeze Business Black Ops. There's a little plug for Dave.
Dave
I'm looking forward.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great. Yeah. You're ready for it. But it's really, that made me forget what the hell I was going to say.
You know, and that makes me think of this quote from my brother. He said, "Ideas are like slippery fish."
Aren't they?
Yeah. So
you're full of good quotes. You need to write all that stuff. Is it your older brother or younger brother?
No, he's my younger brother.
Does he do martial arts?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, like in my house, you got to do martial arts. My dad's
how many? Is it just the two of you?
Yeah, it's us two. My dad's already wondered when my 2-year-old daughter is going to start training.
That's right.
Yeah,
She's bringing her over.
Yeah. So.
What about your mom? Does she?
She does. Actually, she does. She teaches all the little kids.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's our family business. My dad, he started in '77, and my mom retired from teaching school about I want to say maybe 5-6 years ago, and she's always done it, but like she does it full time. Yeah, school teacher, first grade. Yeah,
that's great. My wife's a teacher too.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, great.
Teachers
she teaches.
Are great.
They are.
They're underrated.
Yeah.
They need to get paid more.
They do.
Let's campaign for that, Ed.
I got you.
But that's really cool. So your whole family does martial arts. So what's your brother? Is he?
He's a second degree black belt. Yeah.
You're not gonna let him catch you.
No, I'm not. I'm not. It's been getting tough these days, but.
Do you spar with him too?
We try not to. We try not to because
it's deadly.
Yeah, it's like because I gotta win, right?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like I gotta win, so I gotta do what I gotta do.
Is he big like you?
No, he's smaller. He's
okay.
smaller. Yeah, he's probably like 160. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm every bit of 220. You know what I'm saying?
That's me.
Yeah.
And so Chad, I think he's probably more than me, and he's 8 years younger than I am.
Wow.
And I used to take it to him, and I think when he was in his early 20s is when it started hurting. And I was like, okay, it's good.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be ready to go with that. You know, like going in with, all right, this is going to be the end.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody's going down. It's not me.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I try to stay away from him.
Does your dad said
oh, like he gets excited about it. He's like, go ahead, go, go.
That's
and it's
so
like,
no,
not tonight. We'll spar the next night. We'll grapple maybe next week. You know.
See, that's so. I know we're. Okay, so we had some conversation about marketing.
Yeah.
Lawyer marketing, which you've been in. We were getting into the martial arts thing because it's just fascinating.
Yeah.
And my point here is that people are fascinated with other people or not.
Right.
And, you know, what I've been telling you, and you've been doing it a little bit, but you just said it right there. I mean, it's your family business.
Yeah.
It's what you're known for. It's your brand.
Right.
And combining those things together. So for your law practice, as we've talked about, you don't need to market. Just like the same idea that you had for the neighborhood.
Right.
That's how you need to think about the martial arts community.
Yeah.
So get a direct mail to your dad's list.
Yeah.
And here's, you know, Big Ed Jr. Right?
Yeah.
What's your brother's name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He actually owns like a carry-out soul food restaurant.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So he does that, and then he teaches karate.
So you can connect that, you know, referrals back and forth.
Yeah. His big thing these days is he wants to do internet marketing, like affiliate internet marketing. So he's been like, you know, he's read Russell Brunson's, you know, all of that, ClickFunnels, all of that. He's run all of that, and so I've tried to get him to run some campaigns for me, but he doesn't, you know, and he doesn't want to put the principles in, you know. So
he wants to just work without.
Yeah,
he'll learn.
Yeah,
he's younger.
He is. He just turned. No, he'll be 27. So I mean.
Oh, so how much? What is he?
6 years. We're 6 years apart.
6
years apart, but
that's almost my brother and I. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took him a while too.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell him. You know,
they don't listen.
No, they don't
That's
listen.
Why you gotta just.
Yeah, but every time we do that, Tom, it's like I'm hurting the next 3 days. So you know, it's just not worth it. It's
so good.
It's not worth it.
Well, that's what I want to see. I want to see how you like a campaign to the martial arts clients that go there, everybody that's known you over the years, you know, the Littlejohn boys.
Right.
And, you know, like how they can, that's what you need to do, the same thing.
Yeah.
Just take that, whatever you sent to the neighborhood, say like, oops.
Yeah.
Duh. I should have been doing this all along.
That's right.
This is my community. That's even more of your community than the neighborhood community.
They are. You're right. Yeah.
So that's what you're going to do. And then you're going to have the same problem that you have now,
right?
Which is too much work and not enough people to do it.
Yeah.
So you're going to talk to Jay Henderson.
I'm going to talk to Jay Henderson. Yeah. Because I just hired somebody.
Yeah, good.
2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks. You know, it was a bad decision. Here's why. First day, Friday the 13th. Yeah. You know, not that I'm supersticious, but
didn't work out.
No. Yesterday she told me she was overwhelmed, and I'm like, how can you be overwhelmed? You've only been here for, a couple weeks.
See, that's why you got to do the J test.
Yeah.
Because Jay would say she'll get overwhelmed quickly.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't have hired her.
Right.
Because it's an overwhelming job.
It is. Yeah.
And he also matches them up with you. You need an operations person.
Yep.
You need a buster.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to keep looking.
Well, we're going to check in with you because we had a kind of a mini podcast of you when we were doing a telephone thing that we put out there. And this is the next iteration of the story, the ascendance of Ed Littlejohn.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to catch up with you again. Of course, we talk every month, but the listeners and the watchers of this will check in a few months to see where you've been with this campaign.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it, Tom. I'm looking forward to a lot of more stories. You know, I'll go out and fight some more guys.
And I want to see some videos of this.
I'll see if I can find some videos.
I want to see that roundhouse kick. I want to like slow motion.
Yeah.
You know, like we want to see some epic movie style videos.
There you go. Yeah, I like it, man. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a decent technique, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, very good. Everybody, Ed Littlejohn. I mean, what a guy. Thank you so much, Ed, for being a friend and being a client of FWM. Guys like you make us so much better.
Well, thank you, Tom. I think you're helping bring the best out of me. So I appreciate all that you do.
All right, buddy. All right, we'll check in soon. Take care.
Bye.